Hi, y'all. I decided that I was just going to make a quick video for you about what we're going to pack for hiking on this trip. I've done some videos where you hike with the backpack that you also have a suitcase, a small carry-on suitcase that's being transferred every day, but I haven't done one that's like just what you take when you're carrying just a small pack on a backpacking trip. So this is for this is for that kind of trip. I carry this Osprey 24-liter backpack, and I can usually get what I need in this pack for about 2 weeks of backpacking. That's not with sleeping bags, and that's like backpacking where you're staying in hostels or huts, not backpacking where you need all your food and stove and stuff. So that's a different kind of thing. But for this trip, I will carry a pretty decent first aid kit, so you don't have to bring that if you're coming with me. But you might bring like just what kind of medicines and things you need. A few things like I'll carry quite a bit of like Advil and Tylenol and stuff like that. I tend to put medicine in these little tiny Ziploc bags instead of carrying any bottles along with me. I also find that moleskin or KT tape is really great for blisters or sore spots when you're hiking. So I carry the roll of KT tape that's bigger than that, but I carry like the roll broken down a little bit. And then I even carry some pieces like kind of already cut, ready to go. So kind of that's what I've got there. But again, I've got, the bandages and things like that. Hopefully, since I'm carrying this, we won't need it. That's the hope there. So anyway, yeah, medicine, things like that you need, be sure and take. And then clothing wise, I'll start with just like what I have on, which is what I'll wear to travel. I have on my hiking trousers. You can hear there's like a little bit of water resistance to them. They're not waterproof, but they're water resistant, and they're pretty lightweight. So I think the temperatures will end up being like 65, maxing out 65, 70 degrees. Or even if it's a little bit warmer, these trousers will be fine. When the temperatures drop down a bit at night, I might have a pair of leggings on that I put on under them. So I'll have those with me. But I'll start out in these. Then I have like a tank, a wool t-shirt, and then this kind of like fishing shirt. And that will usually like be fine for me in the morning. I might throw on a jacket just until we get started. But as soon as we get moving, this will probably be fine for me. As I warm up, I'll take off layers. So it's important to have room in your backpack for everything that you take off during the day as well when you get hot. And then I'm wearing my hiking boots. I'm in Scarpas these days. I really like them, but definitely you want something with a heavy duty sole for this trip. And and I have a pair of socks on, obviously. So I have one pair of socks on. I will bring an extra. I have one pair of underpants on. I'll bring 2 extra. I use like wool travel ones that I can wash out and hang up at night. Same with my socks. If they get dirty, usually I just kind of air out the socks unless they get really wet. I carry a knee and ankle brace. So if you have like sore spots, you might need to take things like that. So then I also take like I said, I'm in a tank, but if I find that to be a little too warm, like the next day I might hike in just a sports bra and t-shirt. So I'll take that, probably alternate the tank and the sports bra. And then I will, just in case it's unseasonably hot, or if I decide I want to jump in some water, I'll take like a little pair of light, super fast drying shorts. So I could throw on that sports bra and these shorts and call that a swimsuit. If for some reason there was some water I wanted to jump in. So that I can also wear those just kind of around the hostel or whatever at night if it's really warm inside. And I will, and like I said, I have a pair of leggings. So that's what I'll wear in the evenings is leggings and either a t-shirt. Again, I have a wool t-shirt and a wool long sleeve t-shirt. So these are things I can alternate. I can get warmer during the day by adding this layer, or probably what's most likely is in the evening, I will wear the long sleeve wool and my leggings. You might want a t-shirt. I'll take that too. Or I might even just sleep in that t-shirt. I will, this is kind of optional because we should have towels everywhere we're staying, but I'll carry a tiny microfiber towel in case I did something where I wanted to get wet during the day while we were out. Again, that's a real optional. And then I'm going to carry a buff for warmth on my head or my neck. I'll probably do that instead of a beanie hat on this trip. I like a beanie hat, but a buff is lighter and easier. And also the buff fits under my sun hat, which is what I will wear this for sun and rain. You could do a ball cap, or if you don't like hats, you just wear sunglasses. I do find that the sun kind of in our faces, especially in the morning, things like. So you want something for sun. I tend to go with a hat over sunglasses, just that out of preference, but you can do both if you want. I did have sunglasses here just as a like, if you're bringing them, optional. Throw those in. Okay, what else? Another optional item is a little tiny pair of gloves. Again, probably won't need those, but might want them. If you know yourself, if you kind of tend to get cold, then and then at the end of the day, you want something to put on with, to take off after you take off your boots. You can bring a real lightweight pair of tennis shoes. I really love to have my chacos at the end of the day, but I will probably end up going with like a lighter pair of flip-flops. So that's what I'll put in for now. If I can fit the chacos and I don't mind the weight, then I would go with those. Also, you can wear those still with your socks on. But what that means is if I just bring the flip-flops, I'll be wearing my hiking boots like when we go to dinner or whatever, and that's fine too. Just hope they aren't wet. Let's see, I'm not worried about electronics. You can bring something like this, which is like a charging block for like anywhere. But if you have, or if you just want to buy after you get over here for Europe, you can buy just this is the plug for Europe, this 2-prong thing, and it's that's a lot smaller to just bring what you need for Europe. And I only really need to charge my phone, occasionally headphones. And then I carry an extra charging brick, mainly because I'm using my phone more during the day for directions and things like that. So you really don't need that, especially if your phone's on airplane. You're not going to use your phone except on Wi-Fi, and it's going to be on airplane mode most of the time. Then you certainly wouldn't need like an exterior charging brick. You can buy like an inexpensive SIM card to pop in your phone if you have an unlocked phone. So I'll definitely do that. I'll buy like a 5, it'll cost like 5, I think, to get a SIM card that'll last me for the whole time we're over there. So, but again, you have to carry an unlocked phone. So obviously phone, and I have my phone kind of in the top here, and then something to have your passport. And I usually carry a little change purse for euros. Probably just about get by with just a card. But if you want to pull out and carry I'll carry some euros and cash. So if you don't want to, that's okay. I can spot you. But if you want to get euros, you can use your ATM card to pull out euros, and you tend to get a lot of points back. So I carry a little change purse for my euro coins. And let's see, about everything. Those things are all optional. Go through toiletries. Again, I try to get my toiletries down as small as I possibly can. I put my sunscreen and moisturizer and stuff in these little tiny sample guides. I have a chapstick. And I put all that, for security on the airplane, I put all that in the bag and have it right at the top. But it will fit later. This is my toilet kit, whatever. It'll fit later into that after I go through security. And then besides the liquids, I have a toothbrush and earplugs. This is just my personal medicine, hair bands, and bobby pins, and a little tiny nail file, another hairband. And yeah, a few other so look, I'm not even all the way full yet, but I do still have jackets. Another few little optional things, you could bring like a shopping bag or a little stuff sack or something to put snacks in if you want to pick up kind of during the day. We always have somewhere to stop for dinner, and we'll have breakfast in the morning, but during the day, sometimes you want a thing or two on you just in case. Sometimes we find somewhere to stop along the way. And so we'll like stop at a grocery store, pick up a little fruit or a little, and you just throw that in your bag. You don't have to have something to put it in. But if you want something, put it in, you can bring one of those small like stuffable sacks or something like that. Water, of course, you need a water bottle. You can do a bladder if you want, or I would say minimum this size water bottle. Yeah, if you wanted to bring a bladder, if you drink more than this, during the day, then you, especially if it's really hot, then you might want more, or you can bring, the last hike I went on, I ended up buying a plastic one because I felt like this just wasn't quite enough. And so I just bought a second. So you can start with that to see how you do. If you carry a few bars, just in case of emergency, a few tea bags, that's just like personal herbal teas. I carry a Noon tablet, the electrolytes to throw in my water, especially if I'm like tired or lagging, or if I sweat a lot. Yeah. Sometimes take a deck of cards. That's an optional thing. A notebook and a pen, definitely optional. And I carry this wooden spoon. It comes in strangely handy. So I used to carry like a whole set of silverware, but I can get by just the spoon. So I keep that in my backpack. And then jackets, I am going to take obviously. I feel like for sure you want a rain jacket, and you might could get by with like everything I named and just a rain jacket, or one more slightly warm layer like a fleece, or a puffy jacket. So I'll probably bring this puffy jacket, not to hike in, but to have on at the end of the day, or even might pull it out to stop for lunch and it's windy or cool and it steps down really small. So I can't wait to get it back in my pack. If I am so warm that I don't want to have on this jacket or my rain jacket, then there's a chance I'll just like strap my rain jacket onto the top of my pack. Probably I can get it in there, but just for now, strap it on top. So there's the pack's full enough that probably the crossbows are going to get to, but then again, I can use my straps on top to throw this jacket on the top. So there you go. It's pretty cool, but it's still not like stuff to the gills. I could get a thing or two. I could stick, especially like in the side pocket, I could stick like some things for lunch. But that's it. That's what I'm taking. And I hope this is helpful. And I'm excited to hike with y'all. We'll see you soon.